You think success will make you happy, a better job, more money, a perfect life. Then finally, you'll feel good. But what if that's backwards? What if happiness is not the result of success, but the engine that creates it? Let me show you something most people never realize. Your brain does not work at its best when you are stressed, pressured, or unhappy. In that state, your mind becomes narrow. You overthink more. You avoid harder tasks. You choose comfort instead of growth. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is trying to protect you. Now imagine two versions of you. One wakes up already stressed, thinking about everything that could go wrong. I'm behind. I need to fix my life. I don't have time. That version of you works, but feels heavy inside. Every task feels like pressure. And when something feels heavy, your brain delays it. Now imagine the second version. Same life, same problems. But this version starts the day calm. Not fake happiness, just a quiet feeling of, I can handle today. This version doesn't panic at work, doesn't rush decisions, doesn't collapse under pressure. And something interesting happens. They actually get more done with less mental struggle. Why? Because happiness changes how your brain processes effort. When you feel even slightly positive, your brain releases chemicals that improve focus, creativity, and problem solving. You don't just feel better, you think better. Let's make it real. Have you ever noticed that on good days, even difficult tasks feel lighter? You reply faster. You start things without resistance. You don't overthink every step. But on bad emotional days, even small tasks feel impossible. That's not your situation changing. That's your brain changing. Here's the hidden truth. Your mind doesn't follow your goals. It follows your emotional state. If your state is heavy, your actions become slow. If your state is light, your actions become natural. That's why forcing discipline without emotional stability often fails. Because you are trying to build success on stress. And stress is not a stable foundation. Now here's where everything shifts. Happiness is not something that comes after success. It is something you train before success. Not fake positivity. Not pretending everything is perfect. But learning to create small moments of ease inside your day. For example, before you start working, instead of thinking, I have so much to do, you pause for a moment and say, let me just start small. That tiny shift removes pressure. And when pressure drops, resistance drops. And when resistance drops, action becomes easier. This is how successful people actually operate. Not because they feel motivated all the time, but because they don't let emotional heaviness control their decisions. They reset quickly. They don't stay stuck in low energy states for long. Now listen carefully. You don't need to be happy 24/7. That's not realistic. But you do need to notice something important. What emotional state am I operating from right now? Because that state is quietly deciding your future actions. If you are anxious, you delay. If you are frustrated, you quit early. If you are calm, you stay consistent. If you are slightly positive, you explore more possibilities. Same person, different state, completely different results. So the real skill is not how to force success. It is how to shift your state before you act. And here's a simple way to start doing that. Before any important task, don't rush in with pressure. Take a breath and remind yourself, I don't need to feel perfect. I just need to start. That removes the emotional weight. And once the weight is gone, your mind opens up again. Because your brain is not lazy. It is emotional. And emotions decide energy. And energy decides action. And action decides success. So maybe success was never about doing more. Maybe it was about feeling lighter while doing it. Start noticing this today. When you feel stuck, don't fight yourself. Shift your state first. Even a small change in emotion can change your entire behavior. Because the truth is simple. A happy mind doesn't work harder. It works smarter, calmer, and longer. And that is what actually builds success over time.